Hey guys, Eric with Blue Line Fishing. Welcome back to the channel. Your time's important to me as always. And what we're going to do in today's time is I'm going to show you guys a couple of knots that I use all the time. I get asked here on the channel and just by other folks that know I fish a lot, hey, what kind of knot do you tie? What kind of knot do you trust? I'm going to show you two that are super easy to tie, but yet super reliable and very, very durable when it comes to securing your main line to your lure, terminal tackle, or whatever it is you're using. Stick around. I think you'll enjoy it. Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to tie this knot. This is the San Diego jam knot. This knot has applications for not only fluorocarbon or monofilament, but braid. I especially like it for braid. In this case, I'm using monofilament here, just a little bit thicker line to show you guys. But the braid, I like it because everybody wants to tie a polymer knot with braid. There's nothing wrong with that knot. It's fantastic. But if there is a margin for error, if you tie it wrong, it has a tendency to slip. Whereas this San Diego jam knot will not slip once you get it tied up, and it's a super simple knot to tie, and it retains about 98% of that line strength. This is 20-pound monofilament here. Once I get this on, I'm going to retain almost all of that line strength at the knot. So first thing I'm going to do is take my bait, put it on here, and it doesn't matter. This is just a spinner bait on here. Could be a crankbait or whatever with an eyelet on it. It doesn't matter. I'm going to get a little bit of line out here. I like about 8 to 10 inches. And then I'm going to double the line up. I'm going to come up and pinch it with my index finger and my thumb. Then I'm going to take the tag in here, and I'm going to run it around the bottom section I've got doubled up 5 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right there. So you can see I've got that, and it forms this loop right here at the bottom. You guys see that loop right there. So I'm going to take my tag in. I want to run it through the loop. Oops. And then once I get it run through there, like that, I like to hold up my mouth just to make it easier. And now you see this loop it formed at the top right here. I want to run it back through the top loop. And before I cinch all this up, I want to wet it down with just a little bit of saliva. I'm going to pull it this way, and then I'm going to cinch it right here. Then I want to let it run all the way down on the bait itself. So you can see it's running down, it's starting to form. Get it focused in there. It's not tight yet, but you can see it's starting to form up really nice. Now we're tightening it up really nice. I'm going to take the tag in here. I'm going to trim it off. And once we get it trimmed off, you can see it forms a really nice knot right there. Cinches down on itself, and it just doesn't burn or weaken any other line. Make sure you moisten it like any other knot before you tighten it up. That way you don't burn any of your line right here. And you can also tie a double San Diego jam knot, which is just doubling up the line the entire way prior to starting and run it through. That's a knot that you'll see guys like Gerald Swindell, and I think some of them tie. They have another name for it, but it's basically a double San Diego jam knot that have 3 tag ends. I don't see the need to do that unless you're running really like a heavier line, saltwater applications, maybe big catfish, things like that. This knot right here is all that in a bag of chips. It's pretty much all you're going to need for just about any application. Okay, the next knot I'm going to show you is the improved clinch knot. There's a clinch knot and the improved clinch knot, but I want to show you the improved because it is a better knot. There's just a little bit of difference in it. And this is a knot, the improved clinch knot is the one that I use in probably 85% of my fishing applications. It's a nice streamlined knot so it doesn't pick up a lot of moss and junk and gunk and things like that. Because a lot of places when I'm fishing, for example, pulling it over timber or just weed beds, it doesn't have a tendency to want to pick that up as bad as some of the other thicker, bulkier knots. And it retains an incredible amount of the original line strength. You're not going to really lose anything at the knot. You're going to lose a little bit, you are with any knot, but it does a great job. So this is the improved clinch knot here, and I've already got, in this case, my jig run through it. Any lure you want, same. This is just 20-pound monofilament to show you guys. So what I'm going to do is I've got this run through, and I like to leave myself about a good 6 or 8 inches, and I'm going to wrap this around here 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, once I've done that, it leaves this loop right here at the bottom, okay? I want to take my tag in, and I want to run it through this loop at the bottom, just like on that San Diego jam knot, loop at the bottom. And then when I give it a little bit of tension, you notice it forms this loop right here where my middle finger is at the top. Same as the San Diego jam knot, I'm going to pull it right through that top loop. Then I use my teeth. Well, I'm going to wet it first. And I always hold up my teeth. Give it a nice pull. And you don't have to yank the fire out of it or anything. Give it a nice cinch right there. And I'm going to trim this tag in and I'll show you guys. Once again, this is a knot that's just super easy to tie and pretty foolproof when it comes to tying it properly. Once you get the hang of it, there's really no wrong way to do it as far as that goes. So you can see right there, get it zoomed in here. That right there, there's a good shot of it. That right there is the improved clinch knot. Now, the regular clinch knot, the only difference is you make those 5 revolutions around the main line, and then you bring it through the loop at the bottom, and then you cinch it down. I don't really understand not bringing it back through the top. Some guys will tie just a regular clinch knot, but you bring it back through the top, it really has that knot and that line cinched down on itself. And if you tie it properly, take your time, wet the line, you're not going to burn it, you're not going to lose anything. But I mean, I trust this knot when I'm out there, trying to catch big bass or crappie fishing, or I'm saltwater fishing, because you spend a lot of time, money, and effort out there to fish. You definitely don't want it failing at the knot where really the rubber meets the road. So that is the improved clinch knot. So there you have it, guys. 2 knots that I use all the time. Really easy to tie. Very dependable. Once again, I hope you got something out of today's video. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave me a like and a comment down below. Also, if you check out the description section below the video, I've got some great discount codes for you guys too. Once again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And remember, until that next video, get out there and fish.